Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Dylan Silver, and today on the show I have Monica Robinson in Atlanta, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. Monica, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Dylan. I'm so happy to be here today.
We're happy to have you. I always like to start off at the top by asking folks how they got into the real estate or related space.
Oh, okay. So I am a mortgage broker. So basically, how I became a mortgage broker is that, I bought my house in 2007 and it was like at the peak of the crash. And so I never met my loan officer. All I knew was my realtor. And I was like, I got a deal. Well, once I got in the business, I realized what type of deal that I got. And I was like, you know what? I can do better. So that's exactly what I did. I went and got licensed and became a loan officer. And I've been changing lives every step of the way.
I've heard multiple loan officers on the show now with the same story. Either someone said, man, I could do that, or someone else said, that's it, And so it seems to be a case actually right around the timeline where you got in too. So it's interesting, these cycles that people see. At that point in time when you were getting in, what were you involved in? What other work were you involved in at that time?
Well, at the time, I was in banking,
Hmm.
and I also had a online beauty line. So I was an entrepreneur, and I was working in the banking industry at the same time.
And so you saw this opportunity based off buying your own home, and you said, hey, I can do this. Let's see what happens here. Did you immediately leave banking, or did you do both for a while?
Well, I immediately left banking and I started bartending while I was building my pipeline. And so that's how that happened. So I got licensed. I went to school to get my education and then I passed my test. And I got licensed at the top of 2017 and I closed my first deal at the end of 2017. So I went a whole year without closing any loans before I closed my very first one at the end of the year.
Let's talk about that first year, 2017, right? So I'm a new realtor here in Dallas, and I've been licensed now for under 2 months. Let's talk about that first year. What was that first year like for you?
Oh, the first year was tough. It was a lot of tears. It was a lot of trying to get myself acclimated with underwriting the process, sending files, what documents to ask for, how to review the documents, what to look for. I mean, it was a lot, but it was new and every day was different. So it made me more in tune with, what I was doing. So I was very relieved when I closed my first loan. Um, but it was a lot of trial and error.
Let's talk about that first deal. Was it someone that you knew? Was it friend of a friend? How did you find that first deal?
What is so crazy is my first deal was sent to me by a realtor friend of mine. And he just like met these people out and about, and he was like, you know what, I have a good person that does loans, I'm going to send them to you. So he sent them to me, like I think he might have sent them to me like in August. And they had credit challenges, and they had to get their assets and stuff together, but other than that, like I literally followed up with them until we closed in December.
Hmm.
So it was a painful first one, but it really taught me how to be engaged, how to follow up, how to stay in front of your borrower. It just taught me a lot. And I just kept those values from that first loan, and I just kept it going throughout the rest of my career.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So 2017 becomes 2018, right? Was this a great time to be a loan officer?
It was a great time. 2020 was really the most excellent time.
Let's talk about it. How did that go down? Talk us about
Oh
those
my
years.
God. I ate, slept, and dreamed about loans. I'm telling you, like I worked 24/7 across the top. I was doing purchases, I was doing refinances. Like, I mean, I literally slept with my computer at the top of my head. So, I mean, it was just great. I was getting, at the time, I was working for a broker at the time, so I had all different type of programs. I mean, things that the big banks were not doing, I was doing. So it was just one of those times where a lot of my realtor partners, they were just like, hey, I have a girl, she's on it, she's on it. And that person was me. I was the go-to lady. So that was a good time, especially during the shutdown where we could be around only 5 to 10 people. So I had my little tightly knit group, and I had my computer, I had my processor, and we just literally rocked it out. Like that was like one of my most successful years. I closed literally like in 1 month. I never forget. It was a lot for me. I know other loan officers were doing extremely better than me, but I closed 10 loans by myself. So I was very, very happy about that.
So
In
10
1 month.
loan so 10 loans in 1 month. I don't know the commission rates, but I'm thinking about real estate agent commissions, right? So what is a good year for a loan officer as far as number of deals funded? What is a good year for a loan officer?
So a good year for a loan officer is 10 million loans funded. So that's roughly, I don't know how many units that will probably be,
Uh-huh.
because we get paid off of the loan amount, and then we also get a smaller percentage than real estate agents, right? Because we're capped at 2.75
Mm-hmm.
versus you guys have 3%. Sometimes you get a little bit more, 3%. I'm not sure what NARS is doing as far as that is concerned, because I do know there was a big reorganization with that. And so yeah, so I was like 1.5 at the time. So yes, I say a good year for a loan officer is 10 million loans funded for sure, plus.
Okay, yeah, that checks out. That makes sense to me. 1% rule, right? So I've now seen so many people talking about, maybe you've heard this term, or maybe you have or have not heard this term, but this term digital nomad, right? This
Mhm.
idea that you can kind of live anywhere and do some certain types of work. I don't know if I could be a realtor and be a digital nomad, although I would like to try to. I'm actually moving later this year to Santo Domingo part time, which is in the Dominican Republic, right? So who knows how exactly that's going to transpire with me being a realtor in Dallas. But as
Right.
a loan officer, I think I don't exactly know how it works, but I've seen loan officers be licensed in many, many states at once. Are you familiar with this? And are people able to actually help people across state lines?
Absolutely. You can live anywhere and originate as long as you're within the US and you have great Wi-Fi, right? It gets a little tricky when you start to be outside of United States, like certain countries, like Mexico is one of them, where when you go to pull credit, you won't be able to pull credit, so you have to have a VPN
Mm.
to do things like that. But you can definitely work out the country. You can definitely work anywhere as long as you have strong Wi-Fi.
That's the key. That's the key. Let's get the Starlink router out there, right?
I know, right? I know, Elon. If you hear us, get us going.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
That's what we have on the ranch out here, actually, because I don't know if we have fiber running to where we're at in the ranch. I actually had a guest on earlier today who told me that T-Mobile has like a box of some kind. I said, what, do you have to go into the wall? He's like, no, it's like a big hotspot, but they track if you move it, so it's got to stay at the same location. I said, that's interesting. I got to go check that out.
Oh yeah, and then that could be your VPN.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna find out here in a couple months. I'm moving there in October. But I digress here. I digress here. So go from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 hits, kind of low interest rates, a lot of transactions. I think it was a great time. I wish I was in real estate at the time. Great time to be involved in this space. At that time, 2020 timeframe, are you aware that this is really like kind of a peak market, maybe for our lives, if you will?
Oh, absolutely. I knew it was not going to stay down that long. So I was beating the phone to a pulp. And I was telling people like, hey, even if you didn't feel like you were going to get qualified, you still need to give it a shot because I mean, this is like the creme de la creme of interest rates. I mean, like I literally did like a 2.5. I had 2.5%, 2.25. Like it was just ridiculous. The money was so cheap. And so, a lot of people were able to qualify. And then it was just a lot of moving parts. Like, it was people from LA, I mean, California that was moving to the East Coast with cash, like exploding the market with cash offers. Like it was just going berserk. Where
Yeah.
everybody was all nestled up in their home, trying not to get sick. People was like, "Oh no, I'm outside." Like I think I traveled so many places during 2020. Like I was in Mexico religiously. Like I felt like I almost bought a condo in Mexico because
Where'd
I
you
was
go
so
in Mexico?
Oh, my first time ever. Okay, so during the COVID was my first time even traveling to Mexico. Don't ask me
Hmm.
why. I don't know. I've been everywhere else, but I went to Tulum my first time
Did you
in
go to the jungle
Mexico.
gym?
Yes, I did. We went, I mean, we were everywhere. We were in the sacred gardens. I mean, we were everywhere. Like we was all doing all type of excursions, dipping our bodies in all the cenotes. Like we were just doing everything. Like
I know about the jungle gym. I say, hey, there's people working out with wood out here. This is interesting. I got to get out here.
Yeah, it's really dope. We were out there doing squats and lunges with seashells and volcanic rocks. Like,
Did you pick up any Spanish while you were out there?
say it again.
Did you pick up any Spanish while you were out there?
Look, un poquito español.
Okay, hablas un poquito español, todo está bien, okay.
Yeah. I almost had me a Spanish boyfriend, but I was like, okay, Monica, you're going too far.
You know, with the name Monica, that's almost Spanish in a lot of
Yes,
contexts. I think.
Monica. They were like, Monica, Monica, mi amor, mi amor.
And you were like, okay, ahora estoy hispanohablante. I'm here.
Yes.
How long were you there in Tulum for?
So we stayed a week, literally stayed a week, came back, got tired of the states and all the BS that was going on, and literally went right back. This time when we went to which one did we go to this time? We went to Tulum. What's the one that's really popping? You fly into there.
There's so many. Tulum, Cancun, Cabo.
Cancun. We went to Cancun next, which is the party city of Mexico.
Yeah. So how was Tulum versus Cancun, Monica?
I like Tulum better. Tulum is better if you're looking for like quiet, if you're looking for indigenous life living. And then Cancun is if you just want to party, you just want to be on the scene, you just want to, hot bars, and it's more Americanized. Well, at the time, Tulum was more indigenous. But if you go back now, Tulum is
Yeah.
more Americanized now.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, I remember seeing the jungle gym the first time, being like, where in the world is this? Like, who created this thing here
I
over
love
here?
the jungle gym. We went to the ruins and everything. Like I'm telling you, I was Mexican.
All right, you convinced me. You convinced me. So, did you? You mentioned you traveled quite a bit. I got the travel bug 2 years ago. I didn't have a passport. I got a passport. Giant rigmarole. If anyone listening to this is in Texas and has to get a passport, all I can say is I hope it gets to you, because I ended up spending, I'm not kidding, like $900 to get this passport.
Oh wow.
Between having to go out to Houston, wait in line, I had to stay overnight. They shipped it to the wrong address
Oh,
beforehand. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. I felt like I had a heat case for getting
oh
a
wow.
passport. But
That is so crazy because out here in Atlanta, they have a passport center where you can literally, as long as you have your itinerary, you can get your passport in 2 weeks.
That's really good. See, I'll tell you how they did it out here. I applied 3 months in advance, got it
Hmm.
expedited. Then after that, it got lost in the mail. I had to prove that it got lost, it was kind of hard. It's like, I don't have it. I don't know how to prove it. And then I had to go out to Houston, but they wouldn't let you in unless it was 2 weeks before your travel date. So there wasn't even a guarantee. It was like, if you're leaving the country in 2 weeks, then you have like a emergency case. And fortunately, I was able to leave at that point in time. And I've now been back to Santo Domingo 5 times.
Oh
And I've lived
wow.
there for a month and a half. So yeah, I picked up Spanish over there. By the way, people comparing like Mexican vacations to Dominican vacations, unless you're going to Punta Cana, they
Hmm.
don't speak English. There's no English happening in the
Right.
Dominican Republic.
I went to Dior too, and we went to Sosua.
Yeah, there's very limited English in Sosua.
Very limited English. Like I feel like I almost was fluent Spanish. I've lost a lot of my Spanish speaking capabilities, but definitely Sosua was one of those countries where I literally had to like, okay, let me think. Let me pull out my translator.
Yeah.
Let me all my words, refresh up on everything I'm trying to say over here.
We've probably been to the same places in Sosua. I really have to go back. I've been there once, but there was this one place like overlooking I don't know what you would call it. It was like a half pool, half resort type thing, and
Hmm.
you would overlook the ocean. It was like multicolored water. It was crazy.
Oh yes, Dominican is beautiful. The people are beautiful. The food is really, really good. It's good and
Food is
cheap.
good.
Yes, one thing that me and my friends did, we rolled the 18 wheelers through the city and we like passed out money. It was so fun. I mean, they were like dollar bills, but still like the kids were running and the
Yeah.
parents was running and kids were like coming back for more. It was so good. I mean, the tour guide was like, "Oh, we wished you wouldn't do that," but we were like, "Okay, we're gonna do it because we know how hard it is for some people in other countries, and we know, how advantaged we are here in the States." So
It's
we had
true.
all got like $100 in ones. Of course, we didn't throw it all out. That would have been too bad. But we literally was going through the different villages and just was like passing out $2-3 at a time to all the kids. And
Man, you know how
everybody
to
was
have a
like,
good
oh,
time. You know how to have.
yes, I know
I
how to
think
have, now I know how to have a good time.
I know how to have a good time. I think I'm learning from a pro here though. I can tell you my first. So here's a Dominican Republic story. I have to have a similar story in Santo Domingo. I go down, excuse me, in Mexico. I go down to Santo Domingo the first time. No Spanish. I don't know any Spanish, right? And I'm down there thinking like, oh, I'll pick something up. I have an Airbnb. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was in calle number 5, which means street number 5, right?
Hmm.
My phone does not work because the phone reception, it wasn't like a different network, right? So I'm trying to read a map that I had downloaded to my phone only to find out that there's 3 streets in the same city called calle number 5.
Oh my God, that's so confusing.
And so I'm driving around third world developing country, right? Pouring rain, roads
Mm.
chaos. I mean, just you've seen it, like chaos. There was a guy with like a motorized bike and like a trash bag over his head, and then just like it was pouring rain. I'm like, wow, I'm really out here. Finally,
Hmm.
I found the place, and after that, I was like just grateful for roads. I came back to Dallas, and I was like, I'm great at the time San Antonio, and I'm like, I'm grateful for roads.
Yes. And then you know what else I've learned? I mean, people get to work by any means necessary in those countries. Like I was baffled. Like we saw like on a scooter, like a family of 4. like like the wife had the baby, the son was in the middle, and the husband was driving. They had groceries on the side. I mean, they had something on their head. It was just I was like, you know what? I will not complain about nothing. Okay. I won't complain about anything anymore. Like the way I saw the way I saw the people get around to their jobs, how they went and shopped for their families. I just listen. With fit flaps, like no shoes on. Like I'm like you. For real,
Did you
it
s-
was
did,
amazing.
did you see that people can do Uber mopeds? Have you seen this?
Yes, we seen a dog on the back of a moped, like not like not holding on, sitting down to. I mean, I'm like, how does it know how to like? The balance was amazing. We were like, look at that dog. It was amazing. Like I think I have a picture in my phone. I have to find it. I could not believe it. Like this man had his dog on the back of his scooter. The dog, like you would think the dog would have been like strapped in or some type of harness in. No, the dog was just sitting down with his back up against his owner on the bike. Every turn he was leaning to. It was amazing.
The dog was using the G forces in the
Yes, the
turns.
dog was leaning, going left and right. I mean, it was amazing.
Oh man, that was Dominican dogs. God bless them.
Amen.
Pivoting, Monica, back to the lending here. So when you go through 2020, you go through unbelievable vacations, right? Coming back, COVID kind of starts dying down. I know I'm in Texas, so we kind of died down sooner than everybody else. But maybe Georgia had a similar deal, but it still you had COVID for a while, right? And then you're seeing interest rates start to climb and climb. And so
Yeah.
now I'm dealing with investors and in my wholesale business, and they're like, "Well, it's really not a great time to buy," and they've been saying this now for a while. So now that you have the perspective of both, you have the kind of peak low interest rates and it seems like everyone was buying, and now you have now, you really are able to tell people like if things do go back down, like, "Hey, you really have to seize this moment because
Mhm.
we don't know when the next time is that this is going to happen."
Right, right. So by that time, I was more so like doing the numbers under someone else's brokerage.
Yeah.
And so by that time, when COVID passed, I was like, you know what? I'm going full force. I opened up my own brokerage, okay? Because I got tired of waiting 2 weeks to get paid and I
Yeah.
wanted to get paid at the closing table like everyone else. So fast forward, now I'm an independent mortgage broker and my business opened up in 2022 at the end of 2022. My baby is called the Loan Bar LLC And so now, as a independent mortgage broker, I am the president and CEO. So I'm able to, have other LOs under me. I'm able to adjust my compensation however I like. I'm able to, pretty much call all the shots, right? And most importantly, I get paid at the closing table.
You don't have to wait on someone else.
Correct, correct. So I'm in a really, really, really good spot. I have amazing lenders. I do investor loans, of course, for some home buyers. I just do it all now, all of the funky stuff, which I really do love the little funky stuff. That stuff is so challenging. But at the end of the day, it's just been a dream come true.
Monica, if you had to give one piece of advice for someone who is an aspiring mortgage lender, maybe they're just starting or maybe they're in school to start and they're taking their courses, one piece of advice that would help them be beneficial in business, what would it be?
Oh my God. In the words of the CEO of UWM, Matt Ishbia, answer the damn phone.
Answer the damn phone.
That is my advice. Pick up your phone. Answer the phone. Okay. You just never know. You need to answer the phone.
There's actually a phrase that I've heard out here where I'm at, which is as soon as real estate agents get their license, they lose their phone, which is kind of, I mean, it's not great. I am an agent, right? But you hear it all the time. It's like it's hard to get a hold of people. And I couldn't agree with you more. You really have no idea what connection that you're going to make, whether it's going to be a deal for you or someone
Mhm.
who could bring you a lot of business and a lot of connections. You have no idea if you're not picking up the phone.
You're not picking up the phone. Like, I work with a lot of agents out here, and I send them out with, that golden piece of paper, that pre-approval. And it's just like pulling teeth trying to get the seller's agent to answer the phone. I'm just like, they were hired. Like, they have a commitment to the seller. Like, I mean, when I get ready to sell my home, I'm going to be like, listen, you better answer the phone. Like, I don't care if it's a telemarketer. I mean, 2 seconds you can hang up if it's a telemarketer, but 2 seconds could be somebody like trying to make an offer. So definitely pick up that phone.
Pick up the phone. I've even heard right now people are talking about having a AI receptionist, or even this is a crazy one, AI clone of themselves. So when they're at their kids' soccer game, recital, anything, graduation, they have to send it to voicemail. Hey, this is Dylan's AI assistant.
Mm-hmm.
How can I, and it'll go back and forth for 5 minutes and then they'll get a transcript of it. And this is like just the tip of the spear. Like, we're about to see the next 6 months, some utterly unbelievable, mind-blowing things that are about to come out of real estate and the real estate services space for AI.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pro-human. I think AI is okay to a certain extent. Like, I never ever want a robot to replace a human's touch or a human's response. I mean, I think that
Oh,
stuff is great whenever you're trying to attend your children's events or family. I totally get it. But a simple pick up the phone like, hi, I'm at my child's graduation, or I'm here at my bar mitzvah, whatever, and can I just give you a call back? And really call back, I feel like that is more impactful than a robot pretending to be me. And I think it's just so crazy, like, really pretending to be me. Like, no one can be me but me. So
that's true. I mean, I've seen it now. Monica, we are coming up on time here. Where can
okay.
folks go to get a hold of you?
Okay, well, you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is loans with an S with Monica. And you can also follow my brokerage, which is the Loan Bar LLC, on Instagram. And my website is theloanbar.co. That's co, not .com. And you can definitely find out about all the programs and get my contact information from there.
Monica, thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.